Welcome to the Mulligan Menace. Today we're playing some mono black control with the Rise of Sozin. This is a new card in the new set. But first, before I go into the whole deck tech here, please hit that subscribe button. I have new videos every day, so if you want to have new content every day to watch, hit subscribe. Also, if you could help out the channel by clicking on that like icon, it really does help the channel, and I appreciate it. All right, let's get into this deck. I really wanted to create this deck to try to really highlight this card. It's a 6 casting cost enchantment saga. First stage is destroy all creatures, so it's a nice sweeper. Second stage, choose a card name, search target opponent's graveyard, hand, library for 4 copies of that name and exile them. And then the last one, exile this saga and return to the battlefield transformed. And it's transformed is pretty crazy because it's a 5/5 creature, menace, firebending 3. And when you attack with him, you can pay X mana, and when you do, any number of target cards with total mana value X or less from that player's graveyard, you can put onto the battlefield under your control. So you can just picture, you can do a sweep of that pesky mana-producing Badger deck, and then you can, for just the cost of the firebending, because you get 3 firebending there, you get all of those creatures back on your side of the board when you attack with this. So pretty crazy what you can do with this card. I put it in a control-y type shell that I played. I actually took the Ugin control, mono black control deck that I had, modified it here. We did add some duresses. One, obviously to get rid of some of that early hate. But the nice thing with the duress is it also kind of gives you a peek as to what decks they're playing and what cards they might have in their hand, which really helps out on that second stage of the Sozin. We have a ton of removal in this deck. We have Bitter Triumphs, which can hit the Planeswalker as well as regular creatures. We got 2 Shoot the Sheriffs. Strategic Betrayal is kind of counterintuitive with the Rise, but what's nice is if you're playing against a recursion deck, this does get rid of their graveyard, so I wanted to keep some of those in there. We do have some ramp in here because we want to make sure that we get up to these high casting cost cards. We do have both 2 Terminuses and 2 Irencrags. We have 2 Cruelclaw Heists, just in case. I mean, we got removal in their hand, but we can also steal cards from them if we happen upon something with the duress that we want to steal. That works out perfect. We have, this is just a clutch sweeper now in the format. Day of the Black Sun. For 4 mana, you can get rid of almost every card in that Badger deck. At least anything they're going to be playing by turn 4. You pretty much get rid of with this. Gets rid of all the mana creatures, get rid of the Badgers, all those pesky creatures, all the go wide board states that they have. That's what that's there for. You can save your other removal for the creatures that are larger. But this thing just hits and kills that deck, which is awesome. Pillager, this is one of your only creatures in the deck. What's nice with the Pillager is it has that effect of draining life. With all of the ramp that you have in this deck, you can actually make a really big Pillager on that. So if they don't have any removal, it works out really well. But even if they have the removal, you're able to drop this and still deal a lot of damage with it. We have the Archive here, more ramp here. So you're ideally wanting to get to this as fast as you can. The reason being is you want to cast the Rise. This is just the highlight of the deck to get this out there. Just does so much for 6 mana here. And that's your other creature in the deck, so you got 4 of those. And then I do have a 1 of the Endstone. I just really like this game. You can feel later in the game that you can start kind of lagging out, just waiting, because you sweep the boards, you clear everything, but you're just waiting for win cons. So really the Endstone just helps you ramp into that by having that on there. Ugin, the Eye of the Storms, just a powerhouse. We have 3 of them in here. Exiles, when it comes into play, we do have 6 different artifact cards here that also allows, I should say 7, different cards that actually also triggers the Ugin. Otherwise, another card draw engine allows you to get to the things you need. We do have the Fountain Ports that you're using as a card draw engine as well. Demolition Fields, these are important, especially against those Badger decks, because you have that land that can create, or that can do create all of their lands, I should say, into creatures. So that allows you to get rid of those. So really nice to have that in the deck. Otherwise, just 18 swamps. All right, let's get into the gameplay of this deck. Our opponent goes first. We do have a couple duresses. A lot of stuff for hand disruption. A little bit of creature removal. Okay, that's fine. Start messing with their hand here. Consult the stars, stock ups. Here are the stock ups. I'm fine if they use the consult the stars for 1 here. Let's stock up. See if they try to return that. They don't. They're going to cast the consult on that because they can't do the kicker ability. Yeah, that's fine. Get rid of his card draw. We could even recast this. Does have the ability to cast that one if you wanted to. Let's do this. We'll get a decent threat on the board. If they want to bounce it back to my hand, feel free. Wait here. Undo that for now. We'll get this out. Bitter Triumph. That. And then we'll attack in. We have 8 mana available, so really anything in our deck is game now. Ugin would be really good. Another Pillager would be good. That's rough. Hey, there he is. Good game. Alright, opponent goes first. This is a terrible hand with no land, or we have the 1 land that's not even on color. We're gonna mulligan it. This is a much better hand. We even have the ramp in there. Let's keep it. Ooh. Let's get rid of this since the ramp helps us with the Louise, and we'll have the duress. So let's go. All right. Should have got rid of the duress, but that's okay. We do have the Day of Black Sun, which is like a fantastic... Ooh, that was nice. Fantastic card to sweep this board. Okay, they're going to double cast this next turn. Get the ramp out. We might just have to do the sweep next turn, even though they're not going to drop the guided light. They're going to warp it in, so we're not going to be able to hit it, but we're going to be taking a lot of damage here. They did cast the guiding light, though. All right. Well, that actually kind of prompts me. I want them to drop that last creature. So let's do this. And then we'll do the sweep next turn. Even though we're going to lose our creature, I think it benefits us. Perfect. This is exactly what we wanted. They're going to overload the board into a counter. Or into a sweep, I mean. That's the perfect way we want it. We can block there. Now we just want to draw land. Nice. That's perfect. Sweep the board. That's a bad draw, but we can get this down. That's awesome for them. We need to find removal pretty quick here. Yeah, we're going to be in trouble here. We're still one away. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we need one. We need a land or removal, preferably a land. We got the land. Means we get our creature back. Doesn't deal any damage, but we can start gaining life if they don't have much here. Let's look at what they got. We can do the shelter. Shelter might be the best. Otherwise, they also have Banishing Light, but we knew they had 3 shelters most likely. So, I'm gonna create a treasure token. We'll attack in. Let them block if they want to. We gain 2 life. We're set up pretty good here. Okay, we have our Ugin online. Let them block this one. If they don't. Get our Ugin out. Kill that one. Good game. All right, we got quite a bit of ramp here, which is awesome. And let's keep it. So hope they don't have too fast of a start, because we'd have 0 removal. Okay. We'll the rest of them early, see if we can slow them down with anything. Seam Rip. Seam Rip's going to go after our Irencrag. They got 2 of them, so not a whole lot we can do. This might slow them down the most. Let's do that. It is unfortunate that they're going to get rid of our Irencrag. We will still cast it, obviously, but just unfortunate it's not long for this world. They can also go after our Louise. Yeah. Can I afford to wait 2 turns to cast this? It's only going to be a 3-2 if we do it now, plus he's going to remove it. I guess it doesn't really matter. Does this only adds to the show-off? Perfect. The real armor. It's an 8. Wow. Well, unfortunately, we can't cast that and this. But I do feel like we need to go after that. We'll just pass the turn. Discard a card, we'll go after that one. Discard that one. Take 2 damage. You know what? Since we drew that, we're going to take 3 damage off of that. I wasn't quite thinking. Let's see what happens here. Okay. Gain 5 life next turn. Just pass this. Trail's actually pretty good. We can double kill something here. Okay. What do you think they got in their hand? Is it worth it to pay 3 life? Because we can discard this? I think it is. He didn't cast that, so he's planning on using this to give his creatures indestructible. They can't even. Okay, so they're just going to sacrifice that. Let's attack in. 7? You're going to block there. That's fine. They're not going to block. Do I even bother with this right now? So he'll just cast with that. I think we save it, to be honest with you. Okay, they're tapped out. Which means they have no defense here. So 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. My turn. Ooh. We won't be mean. We'll just attack in. Good game, sir. Good game. Good game. All right. Mono black Sozin. Opponent goes first. This is actually kind of a slow hand. Still kind of tempted because we got the Bitter Triumph in there. Let's mulligan it. Yeah, this is much better. We'll keep it. Got a little bit of ramp in there. We got the Lewis. Let's go this route. Okay, we're playing against the Allied decks, so this is going to be a very strong card here. I don't expect this duress to hit anything. Yeah. All right, then we'll go with land. And we want to betray that. We will have them reveal their hand. This is the only one that I'm really going to have more of a problem getting rid of with the Day of the Black Sun. But I have to get the 4 mana with that, unfortunately. So I suppose we can just slow them down. Yeah, let's go for that. I mean, we do have the Betrayal, which will probably end up targeting the ally. They cast those. I suppose they had to because of the guide. If they could have done it in reverse, they would have drew the card. So we are really close to being able to do 2 of those. Do I want to just fire that off? We're going to say no. We'll take the damage. We just need 1 land. And this is pretty strong. They have all the mana they want. I'm kind of happy if they feed into their board, except for that they're going to draw a card. Ooh. Well, we got it. Such a powerful card against decks like this. We can do Archive next turn, followed up by a Rise. Oh, this is a nasty hand against their deck. We'll just keep ramping here. No need for us to waste any time or waste any resources. Be able to create a token here. Player off a duress. I don't expect to hit anything. Okay, they're just sitting on their creatures. Got another Fire Lord. Which I'm tempted to go after because I don't think they have too many wartime protesters. Gonna draw a card. Just trying to ramp here. Let's just drop this since we got two. We actually have two sweepers in hand still, so that's okay. Kind of put some pressure on them because this is going to become a 5/5 menace. Let's see here. What do we want to do? Pulling up a list here to look at it. We can do wartime protesters. They probably are only running a couple of those. Katara is probably the best. I should have three of them. Tara the Fearless, I think it is. I got four of them. All right. Sorry about that delay. We just had to make sure we were grabbing the right cards. I always do recommend with a deck like this that you have deck list available to you. We're going to draw a card. And pass the turn. All right, good game. All right, we got 3 land. We have duress. We have sweeper, removal. We also have a Rise of Sozin. Sojin? We'll keep it. I pronounce all the names wrong on these, so I do apologize for that. I'm going to be doing that a lot this set, unfortunately. Let's keep it. All right. We got some ramp going on. Okay, we got 2 Badger Mole Cubs and a ley line. Of course. I think we really want to ramp into our sweeper. I mean, Day of the Sun. Let's do that. So if they double Badger this turn, we're in really good shape. This card single-handedly takes this deck down, which is nice. Oh, yes, please do. Please do cast more. Is this just going to be an instant quit on their part or no? It's our cool looking forest. We have another sweeper. Let's just do this. Make it so all they have is land. Get rid of their graveyard. We basically have 3 sweepers in hand. 1 land allows us to cast this one. I think I'm going to start ramping up our treasure tokens. That's fine. Let's do this. They've got to be running Borraid, right? Let's get rid of their Borraids. Just a guess, but look at that. Sneaky, sneaky. Probably could have actually cast the Day of the Black Sun, but we could still do that on their turn. Or, I mean, not their turn, but our turn once our creature flips. Because it's not going to exile our creature. Or get rid of our creature, I should say. Oh, I should have created a token there. I could have just killed that. But I guess it doesn't matter if we're going to use this. I'd rather have a treasure token. Just get this out. Actually, we don't even need to pay 2. We only need to pay 1. Okay. That is fine if that's what they want to do. Let's actually draw a card here. Well, that's pretty strong. Gets rid of their token generator. Let's do that. Endstone's strong too, but I just want to get rid of the token generator. Not that we can't cast as well. Attack in. Love his special ability there. Don't use it too much in this deck because you're sweeping so much, but when you can, it's fun. Oh, there we go. What are they searching for that could beat us? Tyvar? Well, let's... attack in. I suppose he could actually... Well, that's menacing, so you have to block both. No creatures in the graveyard. No creatures in our graveyard. Probably should actually swept. We're going to go no attacks on this one. Let's create a token. That. Let's draw. Sacking the token. I could do this at instant speed on their turn, but I just wanted to see in case I had something to drop. Ugin's really good. Tarvar can be exiled, so I think we're good here. Okay, they can harmonize this. I think they're trying to figure out what to do with the harmonize. Get this out. Guess we have to go after the Tyvar with the exile effect. All right, good game. Oh, what a fun deck to play. This mono black control with the Rise, really strong. I am loving this Rise of Sozin, or Sozin. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, to be honest with you. I'll have to look it up. But all in all, great card. And I think really the other highlight of this deck is the Day of the Black Sun. I think I'm going to be hard pressed to not play black decks without this card. Obviously, you got to kind of play around it. If you got lower casting cost creatures, which I don't really in this deck, except for we do have the Louise. But you don't have to worry about this as much because it gives you your ability when it comes into play, and you can play around it with that just because that's the only card that really is affected by it in our deck. But all in all, what a fun control black deck that this is. Really ruins Badger Mo Cub. Love seeing that you can really just destroy that deck with simply playing one of these. But all in all, sweepers like crazy. This deck is fun to play. I do recommend it. Hit that subscribe button below. Like the video. Appreciate it. And have a fantastic day.